This is Wellington Church in Shropshire. It's part of the Methodist Church of England, and it follows a Christian doctrine. Here's Reverend Molly on the right. As part of the Easter celebration, she washes the feet of volunteers. Then, her own feet are washed. What does Easter symbolise to you?
You see on tele, it's all about bunny and Easter eggs and flowers. Many children growing these days don't understand what Easter is all about. This morning in the service, I was saying to the children, how many of you enjoy Christmas? Do you think Christmas is great? What do you eat at Christmas and all that and other? And I said, do you realize if there wasn't Easter, there wouldn't be Christmas? Because Christmas, we celebrate the birth of Christ. And people say, oh, he wasn't born on the 25th of December. But to us, it's not the actual date which is important. What is important is that he has been born. So we celebrate his birth, not his actual day when he was born.
Okay, sure.
Yes. And so I was saying, so without Easter, Jesus' birthday was going to be like everyone else. The whole world doesn't celebrate everyone else's birthday, isn't it? But it becomes more important because he was crucified, he was dead, and then on this day he rose again. Because of him rising from the dead, that makes his day of birth special.
But what does the foot washing ritual symbolise?
Foot washing represents the ministry of Jesus Christ, the ministry of love. Love which is unconditional. Because as you know or you guess, feet, our foot are most of the dirtiest part of the body and sometimes smelly. But Jesus washing his disciples' foot was to tell them that my love is from top to bottom. So he loves us, even the toes of our feet. So it's a ministry of caring and loving, because during that time when the disciples' feet were washed, it was after walking long distances, not with trainers, with socks, no, with sandals. So they were dirty, muddy and dusty. So by Jesus washing their feet, they would feel fresh.
What made her become a church minister?
All this started because my eldest brother who was paying for my school fees, lost his job. He was working in the bank. And when he lost his job, my dad wrote a letter to me to say, you are no longer going back to the boarding school. You're coming to the day school because your brother lost his job and I can't pay for your school fees. Which was a challenge because those days it was posh and it was cool to go to a boarding school. So to start in a boarding school, then end up in a day school was like, degrading yourself. But anyway, I didn't have a choice. So I was the leader of the scripture union and the young people, the Christian young people at this school. I told the chaplain that I wasn't coming back, so he needed to think about someone to lead the youth, which was really upsetting for him, but he said, come and see me. I went to see him into his office and he told me that there was a German lady called Hiltrud Lips who was looking for a foster child. So he was going to give my name to her, but he didn't assure me that she was going to take me or not. So I said, yes, I'll be happy for that. Then after a week, he called me to his office and he said, Hiltrud Lips is happy to take you as her daughter. And from there, she was paying for my school fees. And it was because of that. Hiltrud came to South Africa to to teach at a theological college, but because of ill health, she went back to Germany. Mm-hmm. And by then, I said, I want to be a minister, to sort of paying back to God as an appreciation to serve other people for the sake of what had been done to me.
Molly experienced sexist behaviour when deciding to become a minister, but that didn't put her off.
To which I said, I'm not called to be a secretary, but I'm called to be a minister. And he said, you're not going to be one, unfortunately. Because he was the superintendent minister. He was sort of the boss.
Yes.
And I didn't think he really meant it. But come the day of the conference, names were read and my name wasn't there. And I couldn't, it was a conference of more than 500 people. I couldn't raise my hand to say my name is missing.
Yes.
And I was really devastated. And I said to myself, I'll never be a Methodist minister. Actually, I won't be a minister. I'll do something else. Because I did architect at school, so I wanted to be, an architect. When God wants you, you cannot hide. Mm. And when I was with my sister, I had a phone call because this minister had left and there was another one who came, and looking at the records, he realized there was this girl called Molly. But where is she? So he tracked me and he found me and he said, do you still want to be a Methodist minister? And I said, no. He said, why? And I said, should I be asked that question? And he said, I think maybe you need to. Can we have a meeting and have a cup of tea? So we went there and he was great, the way he supported me. And I shared this with him and he said, that's him, but that's not God.
Stephen Collins, Wellington Methodist Church in Shropshire, for Stuffs Live.